Good morning, my lovelies. It's official. I have finally pulled out my spring dresses again because Florida weather is already warming up, which is truly just making me crave a nice cold matcha. Actually thinking to make our matcha a little bit different today because just yesterday I picked up this new coffee creamer from Chobani. It is a white chocolate mocha, and I think white chocolate mocha with matcha, that sounds heavenly. Gonna fill up my almond milk and froth that up. This handheld frother does such a good job. I never need to use my machine anymore. Just gonna pack my matcha in there with a little bit of warm, not hot water. Mix it together. And then I kind of want to try to make sort of a cold foam. So I'm going to add some of this creamer, which is already sweet, into the matcha already and froth it up. A little bit of ice and that frothy mocha right on. That looks so good. Well, hey babes, what is up? It's Haley and welcome back to my channel. Let's do an official little taste test of this white chocolate matcha. Perfect little morning pick-me-up. But welcome back to another vlog, you guys. I'm so excited to take you along with me with the things that we have to accomplish this week, because there's definitely quite a bit. How happy are we that the bookshelf saga is like officially over? I am reading the comments from your previous video, and honestly, I want to say like 98% of you guys were like, yes, the beige was the move. And I'm so excited that I got that reassurance from you, because in so many of the comments, you guys were saying, Haley, you don't have to take our comments personally. It's your house. You should do what you love. And honestly, you guys are right. But if you don't know this about me, I am like such a people pleaser that it's actually kind of my downfall too. I know that all the decisions that I'm making in the house are things that like I need to be confident with and like me and my husband need to love, but for some reason reassurance from other people is something that like I've always needed. I have to really do like a deep dive into my childhood as to why I'm like that. It's just so important for me to like make other people happy, and you guys yourselves are actually reminding me that like I don't need to do that. So I'm gonna like ping that into my brain and remind myself that every decision going forward that I'm gonna make in the house, I really need to just feel confident about it myself and like not take into account so much what other people are going to think about it, because I think so far all the decisions that I've made, even though we've made a lot of them together, have been coming together really nicely. So I need to trust myself more. That's actually a perfect segue into one of the projects that I've been a little bit nervous about, but I have a feeling like it will turn out great. We got a special delivery yesterday, and guys, do you know what this is? This is actually the wallpaper that we've ordered for the center of our home. Basically, the plan for this entire area is that I actually wanted to cover up that storage room with a sliding door with some gold rails. So on Facebook Marketplace, I was able to find this incredible door. I was able to bring it down to the natural wood state and stain it in a beautiful chocolatey brown that I love. As you know, a big goal of this house is to just add character wherever we can. And every time I come across Pinterest and I see little spaces that have wallpaper on it, I just think it is so precious. So together we went ahead and I showed you a bunch of different wallpaper samples, and a lot of us agreed on one specific one. That is the one I ended up ordering. We now have the entire wallpaper roll right here. So for today's video, we are officially unboxing this wallpaper and we're gonna get it up on the wall, see how we're feeling about it, and then hopefully move on to the next step of putting on the door. First thing that is on our list today is I'm actually gonna be taking you along with me to the At Home store, which is a furniture and home decor store that I'm actually doing a sponsorship for on Instagram. They always give me like little challenges of things to look for in their store, and for this month, they requested me to do like a grandma-core home decor video, and I thought that it was perfect timing because there's so many like little spots in the house that are still incomplete, including our bookshelves as well. They need so much decor too. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to take you guys along with me to the At Home store. We're gonna do some shopping, some browsing, specifically looking for anything that feels very vintage and like grandma core, and I'll take you along with me for that. I also have a big grocery delivery coming this week, and I think for the recipe that I'm gonna share with you this week, it's going to be the pot sticker chicken dumplings that so many of you requested to see in my last video. This has been my fixation and my craving. They are so good and so easy to make too. So I'm gonna show you how to make those in today's video as well. So stick around for that, and honestly just thinking about it is already making me hungry. So in the meantime, let me make myself a quick little breakfast. Okay, so for breakfast, I'm going to be making, I don't know if it's called a quesadilla, I'm not sure. It's basically an egg wrap that I go ahead fold over with cheese and toast. It's delicious. I've never really been one to just like have scrambled eggs in the morning. I always try to find a more interesting way to eat my eggs, and this way has just been so quick and so good. So I'm just going to scramble up 2 of my eggs. While that is cooking, I'm going to take my tortilla and add a pesto mayo to it, just like that. Take that tortilla with the sauce side down. I'm going to layer it right on top of the egg, and then take the whole thing and flip it right over. I'm gonna take my cheese and layer it on one side of the quesadilla, and you can totally add feta into this too, and just let that toast up on each side. Honestly, you Guys, do you see this background behind me? This is the wall that we're gonna be wallpapering, and I cannot wait to do it because right now it's just so boring. I need the door to hide all of this like storage we got going on. But let me show you the toppers that I love to add to this morning quesadilla. None of my avocados are ready yet, so that's when this like avocado mash really comes in clutch. Just gonna layer it on top just like that. And then you guys know me, I firmly stand by the belief that feta makes everything better. So I'm just gonna grate some feta right on top. But let's try this. Guys, a high protein breakfast that never disappoints. It's so easy and there's just so much good flavor. Yum, yum, yum. I'm gonna finish this up and then take you guys along with me. We're finally gonna get to the at-home store where we're gonna get to do some really fun grandma style home decor browsing. It is definitely a hot one. But hey Siri, take me to the at-home store. Getting directions to your at-home. Let's go. Alright, because I made it into the store, and basically what we're going to be looking for, as I said, is anything within that like grandma core aesthetic. Here's a little mood board if you want to get an idea of what I'm talking about. They basically want me to find like all aspects of the house, so I'm talking like linens, pillows, maybe vases, lamps, wall decor, anything like that. I so badly want to add more color to the house because, as you guys know, we decided on a beige bookshelf, which is fine, but I want to see if I can add color and like different details of the decor. Anything with scallops right now I am obsessed with, and I love the pale blue pastel color of this one. Such a cute little plant pot to put on top of my kitchen shelves maybe. I have to admit, when it comes to artwork, usually I'm like really not into buying it new, but I do see one piece that looks legit like an oil painting. And you know what? It actually may be, because I do know that they sell oil paintings here. My ultimate hack would actually be to remove the glass off of paintings like this and leave it as an open canvas. This is honestly such a beautiful frame too. I love the deep colors of this also. This could be such a beautiful piece to add. I think I'm gonna try it. All right, you guys see this mirror right here? I actually know that they have this mirror in like a huge floor size length, which I'm actually thinking to go ahead and get for my studio. I love the thin frame. The only thing I don't love is that I feel like the gold is a little bit too yellow, but I can go in with like a deeper gold rub and buff and just darken that up. So let me see if they have the bigger size in stock right now. What I am most obsessed about with At Home is that they have so many beautiful glass options that like look so vintage. Love these. I actually think I'm gonna grab the small ones right here. They have like the colored glass too, which you already know I'm obsessed with. Even these purple ones are so pretty. This box was already open here, but like how pretty is that ribbed glass? A set of 4 for 13 bucks? Not bad. Guys, I literally like went down a rabbit hole of searching the store and I completely forgot to vlog so many of my finds, but I have a full cart of things I'm gonna take home and style. The vibe here is like vintage, moody, cute details, pastel colors. I'm like really happy with all these finds, and I have like 10 minutes to check out before I have to go pick up the girls. So straight up, guys, one of the hardest things to do is to vlog and like film reels at the same time, but I actually just got back and went ahead and started filming my reel, and I just have to show you how sweet this entire setup turned out. Like I said, I wanted everything to have kind of that vintage touch, and for some reason I feel like this pale blue works so well with that. I never really have a tablecloth on this table because I love seeing the raw wood, but placemats are a definite must and such a great way to change out your decor. I was obsessed with these plates that we found that have this little dot detailing. I don't know, something about them just remind me of milk glass. And then the cups that I found, how precious are these, guys? Honestly, I've been looking for ones at the thrift store just like this, but it's been so hard to find glass. Everything I've been finding is ceramic. I find them so pretty, so I got a set of 4 of those. This little scalloped candle holder I found so precious, and I put the pink tapered candles on it. And then finally, for the little vase, I actually went ahead and did some dried flowers. I love this year round, especially now for the spring. I'm sorry that I didn't also vlog the entire process, but I'm working on a time crunch, having to film this while there's still sunlight. But you can go ahead and see the whole reel on my Instagram if you guys want some details, because there's some other decor that I did around the house that I included there. So just follow me on Instagram, which is Haley's Corner with 2 R's, to see it, because there's like a lot of behind the scenes content there that you guys are not always seeing on these vlogs. But definitely keeping every single thing that I picked up for this setup, because this is just such a precious way to add character to the kitchen. And this is just the beginning of vintage touches we're gonna add, because tomorrow we are tackling the wall and finally adding the wallpaper. You have no idea how excited I am for that, because I just hate this big hole in the wall that we've had for the longest time, which I haven't been able to install the door, because until we put the wallpaper, we can't put the door. It's a one step at a time kind of process. But we're gonna wake up bright and early tomorrow morning and get that next project started. Hey babes, good morning. We have officially made it to wallpaper day and I am so excited. The urge for change has honestly been like lingering in me to the extent that I woke up this morning not feeling my hair, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and give myself like a little bang trim. This is how my hair air dries right now. It has like a slight wave, but I really miss when I used to have a slight little bang like this. The only thing I'm not confident about deciding is exactly where I want to have my cut, so I think I'm gonna do my makeup first, apply like my bronzer, carve out my cheekbones so that we can get a proper placement. I'm just gonna do my go-to lately, which has been the Jones Road Beauty What the Foundation. If you guys can see like the texture of this product, this is basically like a moisturizer and a foundation all in one. I wear the shade beige. I go ahead and just tap this in on my skin. I use like a really small amount because this product does go a long way. I'm gonna pick up the rest that I have on my hand with their little brush and I'm just gonna buff that right into my skin. All right guys, that is just my base, and just take a look at how natural and skin-like this looks. As much as it gives my skin such a nice even skin tone, you can still see like all my freckles peeking through. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely buildable, so you can add more layers if you do want more coverage. But for the everyday girl who just wants something that is moisturizing, a good base for like heading out the door, this creamy What the Foundation you're gonna love. It's made with natural oils, which is what makes this so ultra nourishing. And oh, something else you guys will love too is that this is a clean product. They are a company that when producing their products, they avoid harmful ingredients, because in this day and age, clean beauty, it's a no-brainer. Okay, makeup is done. Literally just wearing the What the Foundation, some blush and bronzer, and then just brushing out my brows. But this is basically the makeup that you guys are seeing in all my vlogs right now. It truly just comes down to a good natural base. So if you guys want to go ahead and try out the What the Foundation, I'm gonna leave a link down below and also a QR code right here, so you guys can go ahead and scan it. If you guys use my custom link, which is jonesroadbeauty.com/Haley, you can actually get a free mini mascara with your first purchase on their website of $85 or more. You can only get the free gift if you use my custom link, so be sure to use that one if you guys are checking out their website. And I mean, the makeup just speaks for itself. If you want something that like looks really natural, very quick and easy to apply, really blendable too, but still kind of looks like you're not really wearing much, this is definitely going to be a favorite of yours. Thank you so much to Jones Road Beauty for sponsoring this portion of the video. And now that my makeup is officially done, this is where we're gonna go get impulsive and I'm gonna give my bangs a trim. I have not done this in forever. Starting off, let me just disclaim, scissors? No. But a hair razor, yes. My mom was actually a hairdresser, so she taught me some of the basics. I'm just gonna clip it back. We're gonna leave our front pieces forward. And honestly, I'm just gonna go into it. The front part is definitely gonna be the shortest, so I'm gonna hold it straight down like this, start off on an angle, and begin cutting. Woo! First little bit. And the whole trick of it is that as you go in and do your cuts, you're gonna wanna just continue all the way down, just so it could end up very feather-like. How much fringe? Almost. A little bit more. We're getting there, pretty much. Okay, the long pieces match up, so let's move those out of the way. And now I just wanna focus on the fringe. The part that basically, if I'm gonna be doing a ponytail, is gonna be the only part that is showing. See that little whoop? That's what you want. I think that's good. All right, I think I'm happy with that. Let's see. Yep, I like that so much better. Now if I have my hair up, I still have some of those face framing pieces right over here, but the bang can curve a little bit more towards the inside of my forehead, which I love. Here's the after effect of that. But now that we're done with one impulsive decision, it's time to get into the next one. Well, now is a perfect timing to put my hair up and actually see these bangs in action. Oh, the fringe looks super cute. But I'm really nervous to do this. For some reason, I feel like it's gonna be much more complicated than I think. Even though technically it shouldn't be, but I don't know, wallpaper can definitely be intimidating. The good thing about this is that it is a removable. So if at any point we don't like it, there is truly no risk over here. Aaron's so cute. He came home from learning today and he brought me back a bunch of like little pastries and desserts. But I'm telling myself that this is something I'm gonna eat only once I'm done as a little reward. Okay, final wallpaper reveal. Let's take a look. Ah, it's so pretty. It has a little bit of a sheen. I don't know if you can tell, but I love that the sage flowers are just so subtle because I really wanted to add a touch of green, but after our whole fiasco with the bookshelves, I've been nervous to do something too bold. So I think that this will be the perfect amount of texture. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at my phone right now, look through the instructions of how to do it, and then all we gotta do is put it up. Okay, so officially the wall right behind me is the wall that we are going to be tackling, not the one including the arch, because in case you guys don't know, this is basically what the center of the space looks like. I think I'm gonna be starting the wallpaper from here. We're gonna have it go all the way around. This is obviously where the sliding door is gonna be, coming all the way around to our microwave area. I still have to figure out exactly if we are gonna be taking the wallpaper around here. I think we should, because it could add a touch of fun. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen like this angle of the kitchen, you guys usually see this part, but over here where we have our pantry, if you were to fully turn around, that is actually where we have our staircase. And I know, it looks like we have a floating staircase, right? I don't think I actually ever showed you the after of what this used to be. This was actually an entire closet. There was a wall that was coming down all the way here, and this whole space right underneath the stairs was covered. It was the most awkward storage area ever. So we decided to take down that wall, but when we did that, we noticed that there was actually an opening here. That means you could see through to the stairs upstairs. So the solution that we actually ended up coming up with is to do a glass piece right there. So even though it looks see-through, there's actually glass on that side of the staircase. It's cool, and I don't think I've showed it to you before, so I thought this might be a perfect opportunity. So to have the wallpaper wrap around, starting on this wall, all the way to the center, I think will add a ton of character to the space. And being that you guys chose this wallpaper with me, you can see that the slight beige tones in this match the beige cabinets we have in the back, so I think it will all tie in super well. Well, let's get up this wallpaper. Wish me luck. Definitely making progress. You can totally see how it's coming together. I want to say that the first line was definitely the hardest to do, but then once you kind of start putting it up, you can like match the pattern as you go, and it actually makes it easier because then the wallpaper lines up properly. Like over here, you cannot even like see the seam between these two, and I'm about to go and set down the next one. And Aaliyah and Naomi just came home. Oh my gosh, Aaliyah, your dress looks just like the wallpaper that we have. Where's Naomi? Hi, Naomi, Aaliyah, you guys are so cute. I love that you're matching. And then they kind of look like the wallpaper. Oh, I love you guys. You're so cute. But Aaliyah, do you love it?
So cute.
What?
So cute.
Got a little bit left to go, guys. We're almost at the finish line.
Ima, you got it.
I got it?
Yeah.
Naomi, I got it?
Got it.
And I can officially show you guys what it looks like. I mean, keep in mind, until the door is kind of installed, it's obviously not going to give the effect that I want it to, but guys, the wallpaper turned out so beautiful. We made an incredible decision because what I love so much about this pattern is that it's so subtle. The beige tones pick up the beige in the cabinet, and the flower print adds that like touch of green without being too overwhelming and in your face. I know this part right here looks a little bit funny because I basically had to cut in the corners and wrap it up like a present in order to make the wallpaper fit. But honestly, this part is all going to be covered anyway. I do have some leftover wallpaper, so I may go in and like line this too, but it's not priority right now because like I said, it's going to be covered by the door. But we do have the door currently in storage. It is so heavy for me to bring it on my own, so I'm going to wait for Eran to do it for me. But hopefully by the next vlog, we could already go ahead and install it. I was even able to get it around the frame of the microwave area, which my plan for right here, I do think it looks really good. You guys know that this bulkhead is part of the stairs, so we had no choice but to keep it. I actually think I'm going to paint the inside of this entire area the same accessible beige color that right now we have on the trim. So then the entire inside would be beige, and then maybe do some wood shelving over here just to kind of make the bulkhead look a little bit less awkward. And then in the future, we do want to have a drinks fridge here, which is the goal. But guys, I'm just so excited for the door to be in. Like having that rich brown sliding door I think would look stunning, and it won't give off too much of that like farmhouse feel rather than a vintage feel, which is what I want. But comment down below if you guys are seeing it right now. What do you think? The sun is like in and out, so it's hard to tell, but I do think that it adds a tiny bit of character. But I don't even want to ask you your opinions until it's fully done with the door, because I feel like that's going to make the biggest difference. With that being said, while the girls are occupied, I think now we're going to go ahead and make ourselves some dinner. For the filling, you can obviously opt out to make this fully vegetarian if you want. I'm actually going to be making a chicken dumplings, but if you guys do want the full recipe, I'm going to leave it down below. Let me get all my ingredients ready, and then we'll switch over to actually making our filling. So when it comes to the filling, I personally really enjoy to add some vegetables into it. I feel like it gives it such a good seasoning. So into it, I'm first grating a carrot the smaller the better so that you could barely feel it in the mix. And then chopping up some green onions, super thin too. And finally, mushrooms. I think mushrooms into any kind of chicken is a beautiful pairing together. So I'm just chopping that up super finely before adding all 3 ingredients into the chicken. Definitely optional, but I do like a kick of ginger into my mix too, so I'm grating some in before finally adding the sesame oil and a bit of flour too to just help the mixture stay together. Alright, so our filling is ready. Don't mind my phone. I'm like trying to record this for reals all at the same time. Which, by the way, if you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, it's Haley's Corner with 2 R's. If you do want a lot of these recipes like in a snap, that you can go ahead and save it to a folder. But now we're going to get to the wonton wraps. Which, by the way, I am not claiming this to be any kind of authentic dumpling at all. This is just the flavors and combination that I like. I already made sure to clean up my workspace. I'm just gonna go and lay out all of the dumpling wrappers straight onto my countertop because we are going to be rolling a lot at once. So let me just lay those down. Before I load in all of my dumplings, I actually want to hydrate these wrappers. A lot of people usually go with their finger and like kind of do it one by one. I feel like doing this is so much more of a time saver. I love to use this mist bottle that I can actually just go and like spray the entire area and they get super hydrated on their own. Then all that's left is to load up the wontons and get to wrapping. So with actually rolling the dumplings, people get so intimidated by this, and honestly there's many different ways to do it. Sometimes I switch it up. But for today, I'm actually going to be showing you probably the easiest kind of fold that you can do. And this works well if you have square-shaped dumpling wrappers. After moistening the wonton wrappers, basically what you're going to be doing is taking the 2 opposite corners, pinching them together, and then taking the 2 leftover corners, pinching them together as well, and then closing up any air pockets by, again, just pinching it all together. It is so simple. Alright, I'm actually gonna make a lot more dumplings, but I'm like too excited. I want to already share with you the cooking process because so many people find this so overwhelming, but cooking them with the crispy bottom is so easy. Just grab your best wide non-stick pan and you're gonna coat it with a very light layer of oil. I'm specifically using avocado oil because it has a higher smoke point. So you're gonna wait for that oil to heat up. I usually crank it up to the max and then turn it down right before I'm about to put in the actual dumplings. Guys, I ran out of chopsticks. I'm so bummed. I don't know, we need to get chopsticks that we just like reuse instead of the ones from takeout all the time because it feels like a crime to eat this without chopsticks. But I'm gonna fork it right now so you guys can kind of see what the bottom looks like. It looks darker than it is because of the soy sauce, but that crispy bottom is incredible. Let's officially do our taste test. It's crazy to think that people go to a restaurant and I think they pay like $7 for 2 dumplings. And this is just like my first batch. I'm gonna make a ton more because I still have so much filling left. This is literally just 1 pound of chicken. Also, 10 out of 10 for me. I am officially gonna go ahead and enjoy my meal before my little rugrats come and steal from me. And you can officially see when you backdrop once the door is there, it's gonna look so good. But thank you guys so much for watching today's vlog. I hope that you got a little bit of everything, you know, a little bit of home decor, a little bit of DIYs, a lot of cooking. Truly, when it comes to these vlogs, most of the time my direction of like what I show you is based on what you guys are recommending. So be sure to comment down below anything, whether it be recipes, DIYs, whatever else you want to see. If you have any ideas on how else you think I should go ahead and style this entire wall behind me, like switching out those light switches to some like vintage looking ones could be a good idea. In terms of what I put on the actual wall, should it be more like framed artwork? Should it be maybe vintage plates? I don't know. If you have any ideas on what you think can make this whole background look a little bit better. I love you forever and always. If you are watching up to this point, you know that you're the real MVP. I love the ones who stick around all the way till the end. If you are watching up to this point, then comment down below. Comment down below grandma home, because I actually feel like this gives a very slight grandma touch to this area. You agree?
Yes.
Yeah? Yes, it looks good. You want some?
Some.
Love you all forever and always. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Say bye, everybody. Bye.